Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and welcome to the Xadmin channel. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the constructor, and guys we are going to discuss what is constructor and what is the use of a constructor in Java, and also we are going to see what are the types of constructor. Okay, so guys, the first we are going to discuss what is constructor and how we can create a constructor. Okay, so guys, first we are going to see the definition of the constructor. So guys, a constructor is a block. Okay, constructor is a block, and guys it is a similar to a method. Okay, so similar to a method, right? And guys, third thing, it is having a same name as that of a class name, same name as of its class name, right guys? So guys, constructor is a block and it is a similar to a method, and guys, constructor having a name of its class name. So now guys, let's see example how we can define a constructor. So let's say that we have a class with a name test. Okay, and guys, inside this class I will create a constructor. Let's say public test is my constructor, right? Public test is my constructor here, and guys it is a block, and guys it is similar to a method, but guys here the name of the constructor is the name of the class name. Okay, and now guys we are going to see what are the rules for the constructor. So guys, there are the three rules for the constructor. So guys, first rule is like constructor does not have any return type. So guys, the no return type, and guys not even the void also. And guys, here we can see that the constructor does not have the return type, not even void, right? And second rule for the constructor is that only modifiers which are applicable for the constructors are like public, and the public like protected, default, and like private. So guys, these are the four modifiers which are only applicable to this constructor. And guys, here we can write public also, and the protected also, default also, and the private also, right? And guys, other that modifiers are not allowed in the constructor. Okay, and guys, the third rule for the constructor is that it execute automatically. So guys, constructors are or invoke or guys execute automatically when the object of the class is created. So guys, here it is called when the object of the class is executed. Okay, called when the object of the class is created. So guys, let's say that we have a main class here, public static void main. Okay, and guys, inside the main method, if I create the object of this class as t1 new test, right? New test, right? And guys, inside the test, okay, so guys, here guys, if I create the object of this class test, then guys our constructor will be called automatically if I create the object of this class. Okay, let's say that this is our main method, and here I have created an object of this class, and this is for the class. Okay, so guys, at the time of the object creation of this class, our constructor will be called automatically. And okay guys, so guys, a constructor is a block, it is a similar to method, and it is the same name as the class name as we have seen. And guys, also we have discussed the rules of a constructor. Like the first rule is like the no return type argument is there, and also the not void also. And guys, the second rule is like public, protected, default, and the private are only applicable for constructor. And guys, constructor is called when object is created. Okay, and now guys, there are the two ways to call a constructor. Okay, and now guys, we have the two way to call a constructor. So guys, the first way to call a constructor is by just creating a object of the class as we have seen now. Okay, so guys, if I create the object of the class, then guys we can call a constructor. Or the second way to call a constructor is just by writing new test, and guys here we are not creating the reference variable of the class. Okay, so guys these are the two way to call a constructor. So guys, in this guys, till now we have seen the definition of the constructor, rules of a constructor, and how to call a constructor. And guys, constructor are always called at the time of the creation of the object automatically, right? So now guys, we are going to see the main point is like why we create a constructor and what is the use of a constructor in Java. So guys, what is the need of a constructor? So now guys we are going to take an example in which guys we are not writing any constructor there, and guys we are going to see what are the problems we are facing if we don't write a constructor in a class, and then guys we will overcome that problem by just using a constructor in that class. So for that guys, now guys to explain this I am going to write a small class, and guys there I will not define any constructor, and guys we will see what are the problem we will face if I will not define a constructor in that class. And then guys after that I will use a constructor, and then I will try to solve or overcome that problem. Okay, and guys in this guys we will understand why we will use a constructor and why we use constructor in a class and what is the need of a constructor in a class. So guys let's see, and guys for that I will create a class with the name student. Okay, so guys here guys student is a class, and now guys inside a student class I am going to take an instance variable or the property as a string type name, and also a second property as integer type id. Okay, so guys here I have taken a two property of a class as a string name and id. Okay, and now guys inside this I will create a main method, public static void main, and let's take this as a string args array. Okay, so guys here I have created a main method. Okay, and guys this is our student class, and in which we have a two property name and id, and I have created a main method. And guys inside the main method what I will do, I will create the object of this class student. So let's create the object of this class student s1 equals to new student. Okay, so now guys if I create the object of the student, and guys here we have not defined our user defined so guys here what will happen, compiler is going to insert a default constructor here, and guys s1 is going to take some space in the memory. Okay, so guys here the s1 is the reference variable or the object, so guys it will take some space in the memory, and guys it will store the name and the id there. Okay, and now guys it is going to initialize the name with the default value. So guys the name is of a string type, so guys it is going to store the null here as a name. Okay, as the string default value is null, and guys id will be initialized with its default value of the integer, and guys it is 0. So guys here it will be initialize null and 0 as the default value. Okay, and now guys let's say that I have created one more object here. So let's say I have created one more object of a student class, and guys it's the name is s2. So guys again s2 is a reference variable, so guys s2 is going to take some space in the memory, and guys it is going to store the name and the id there. Okay, and guys s2 is the reference variable, so guys again s2 will the name will be initialized with the default value that is null, and id with the 0. So guys here we can see that guys our ids are always like 0 0. So guys here the id is not unique. So guys this is the not a good way to write a program, because guys id should always be like unique. So guys for that guys what we can do, so for these guys we can like guys we can initialize the object. Okay, so guys to initialize the object we have seen that in Java there are the three way to initialize the object. So guys it means that guys we have to initialize the okay, So guys, to initialize the object, there are the three ways to initialize the object in Java, and three ways are, guys, by using a reference variable, second by using a method, and third by using a constructor. So guys, we are going to see one by one how we can initialize the object, and guys, which is the best way to initialize the object in a Java. And guys, we have the three ways, and guys, by using a reference variable, by using a method, and by using a constructor, as we have seen our previous lecture. Okay, so now guys, what I will do, firstly we will see by using a reference variable. So guys, I will use this example only, and guys, what I will do, first of all, I will remove this second object, and I will also remove this second here. Okay, and now guys, so guys, we have a like student, and guys, we have a two property like name and ID. So guys, what I will do, I will initialize the name with the name Ashish, and guys, I will initialize the ID with 101. And guys, we have a main method, and guys, inside the main method we have a student, we have a object creation like s1. So guys, s1 is going to take a space in the memory, and guys, it is going to store name and ID there. And guys, now guys, it will initialize the name with the Ashish, and guys, ID will be initialized like 101. Okay, so now guys, it will initialize the name and the ID. So name will be Ashish and the ID is 101. Okay, and now guys, again, if I create the second object of this class student, so let's create the second object of this class. So now guys, if I create the second object class as s2, so guys, again, s2 is a reference variable. So guys, s2 is going to take some space in the memory, and guys, it is going to store the name and the ID there. And now guys, it will initialize the name with the Ashish and the ID with 101. Okay, so guys, here we can see that guys, now also it is taking the ID as the same value for both the object, like it is going to take ID as 101 for the s1 also, and for s2 also it is going to take 101. So guys, in this way guys, we can say that it is also not a good practice, because ID should be unique. So guys, we are moving to initialize the object by using a second method. And guys, for that, what we can do, so guys, I will use this same example for that also. So for that guys, I will remove this initialization part of a name and ID for now, and guys, I will remove this second method creation and also this. Okay, and now guys, what will happen, so guys, I have a student class. Inside this I have a name and the ID variable or the properties, and the method main method, and inside this I'm creating a student class object. And guys, we can initialize the name and the ID of this class by the help of this reference variable or the object. So guys, s1 dot name equals to, I can say that Ashish. Okay, so guys, here now Ashish will be initialized to the name, and guys, in the same way I can initialize the ID also by passing 101. Okay, so guys, here guys, I have initialized both name and the ID, right? And guys, as the object is created, so guys, s1 is going to take some space in the memory, and guys, it is to store name and ID there. And guys, as we are initializing the name and the ID with the Ashish and 101, so guys, name will be initialized with Ashish and ID will be initialized with 101. Okay, and now guys, if I create a second object, so let's create a second object of this class inside a main method. And now guys, we are going to see what will happen if I create a second object. So guys, here I created a second object, and guys, in the same way guys, I am going to initialize the name and the ID with the second object. So let's say that guys, I have initialized the name and the ID with the second object, and guys, here the name I am going to take as Bhagat, and ID I am going to take as 102. And guys, here guys, we are able to initialize. And guys, let's say that if the s2 is created, so guys, again it is going to take some space in the memory, and guys, here s2 will be initialized with Bhagat, and ID will be like 201. Okay, so guys, in this way guys, we can see that we are able to initialize the ID with a different ID. But guys, here guys, if you observe that we are writing an extra 2 line of code by every object creation to just initialize a name and the id of this class student. So guys, let's say that if we have 1,000 of object, so guys, for 1,000 of object we have to write a 2 extra line of code to initialize the name and the id every time. And guys, let's say that if 1,000 of object, it means guys 1,000 into 2, it means guys 2,000 of code is just for initializing name and id. So guys, this is not the best practice to write a program by writing a so much of code, lengthier code. So guys, now guys, we will see the third approach to initialize the object. And guys, the third approach to initialize the object is by using a constructor. Okay, so guys, I'm going to use this example only, and guys, I will change this example. So let's say that guys, I will remove this initialization part first, and here, and now guys, I will use a constructor, okay, for this to initialize a object. Okay, so let's remove this also for now, and let's remove this also for now. And guys, as guys, we have a student class, in this we have name and id. And now guys, I am going to write a constructor for this class student. So let's write a constructor public student, and guys, I will write a parametric constructor. So here is string name and integer id. Okay, and now so guys, I have created a constructor for the student class. And guys, in this guys, I will initialize like this dot name equals to name. And guys, here guys, this the name parameter will go to this name variable. And guys, in the same way, it is going to take this dot id equals to id. Okay, so guys, in this guys, I have created a constructor, a parametric constructor. And guys, we have a main method. Okay, and guys, we have a main method, and guys, inside the main method, I have created an object. And guys, here guys, we can see that if we have written our own object, means our own constructor, then guys, compiler is not going to insert the default constructor. So guys, here we have to pass, or we have to match the parameter of the constructor. So guys, here we have to pass the student, and guys, we know that at the time of the object creation, a constructor is called automatically. Okay, so guys, if the object is created, the constructor is called automatically. And guys, this is the constructor, and guys, it is checking a 2 parameter like name and id. So guys, we have to pass the name and the id here. So let's pass the name as I Ashish and the id as 101. Okay, so guys, here I have created an object in which I have passed the name and the id here. And guys, at the object creation time, it is going to call this constructor, and guys, name and id will be passed here. So name will receive Ashish and id will receive 101. And guys, it is going to initialize this name and the id variable with the name Ashish and with the id 101. Okay, so guys, as the object is created s1, so guys, s1 is going to take some space, and guys, name and id will be stored there. And guys, the name is initialized with Ashish, so Ashish will come here, and id with 101. Okay, and now guys, let's say that I created a second object of this class. So now guys, I have created a second object like s2, and guys, here I have passed Bhagat as a name, and id I am passing like 202. So guys, at the time of the object creation, it is again going to call the constructor of this class. And guys, here it is going to take name as Bhagat and id as 201. And guys, it is going to store the name as Bhagat and id as 201. Okay, and guys, in the same way guys, s2 is also going to take some space in the memory, and guys, it will store name and id there. And guys, it will take the name as Bhagat. Okay, name as Bhagat and id as 202. And guys, here we can see that guys, s1 and s2 having different id 101 and id 202. And guys, in a so guys, by using a constructor, we have initialized object. Okay, so guys, by using a constructor, we have initialized the object in a more efficient way. Okay, So guys, here we have seen how to so- actually guys, the need of the constructor is to initialize the object. So guys, with the help of the constructor we can see that we can initialize the variable. Okay, and guys, if the constructor was not there, then we were not able to initialize the value of the variable efficiently. So guys, this is the use of a constructor, and so the constructor is used to initialize the object. And guys, I hope you understand the use of the constructor. So guys, constructor is used to initialize the object. And guys, there is one more thing, like guys, like the students thinks that the constructor is used to create the object. No guys, constructor is not used to create the object. The new keyword is used to create the object. Okay, but guys, constructor is used to initialize the object. And here guys, we can see that we are initializing the object of the variable name and id with the Ashish and 101. Okay, and Bhagat with and the id 202. So guys, constructor is used to initialize the object, not to create the object. Okay, so guys, constructor is used to initialize the object. Okay, so guys, if the concept of the constructor is like 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 guys, if the concept of the constructor is not there, then guys, we have to write a lot of code to initialize the object. Okay, so now guys, we are going to discuss the type of constructor in our next lecture. Okay, so guys, thank you and have a nice day. And guys, we will discuss the type of constructor in our next lecture. Thank you guys, and see you in the next lecture.